Now, according to police stats, kidnappings for ransom have risen by nearly 200% over the past decade. Now, this is, of course, a broader category. It's not just for ransom, but it's as a result of violent crime. And as we heard earlier from an expert, kidnappings come about for a variety of reasons. But syndicates also, it seems, no longer target just the wealthy and their families. They are now increasingly targeting middle-class people, which of course is a really disturbing and worrying trend. An 18-year-old Wits University student was recently kidnapped and held captive at Denver Men's Hospital in Johannesburg. This is the incident that I'm sure you've heard about, the grind incident. He was on a dating site and he was lured away and kidnapped, luckily found. But our senior reporter Aviwe Mtila has all the details.
The country's alarmingly high levels of kidnappings were thrust into the spotlight once more following the arrest of 7 people suspected to be behind the kidnapping of an 18-year-old Wits student.
The syndicate had been targeting the LGBTQI+ community through a popular dating app. Police have broken the back of this particular kidnapping syndicate that has so far been linked to over 50 kidnappings, to be more exact, 56 kidnappings, where ransom demands were being made.
A former South African Police Service kidnap negotiator believes the syndicate should have been caught much sooner.
Why weren't these people caught sooner? I mean, it's like having a rapist who rapes 80 people. It's a policing failure. So we shouldn't have people going up to those levels of where we have 80 reported cases. And I can guarantee you that's probably not even 1/10 of the actual cases that occurred by that same syndicate of people, because the majority of those people are not going to go forward to report it to the police because of the circumstances under which they were actually ended up being kidnapped.
The provincial kidnapping hotspots are the Western Cape, Gauteng, Limpopo and the Eastern Cape.
In Gauteng alone, we have arrested 56 suspects from April this year to date. We have rescued 18 victims and reunited them with their families. We strongly discourage victims or communities and ordinary South Africans from overly exposing their private lives on social media platforms, because these are the platforms that criminals utilize to target unsuspecting victims.
In a kidnapping situation, experts advise victims to cooperate.
Well, I think across the board, no matter what kind of kidnapping it is, you just cooperate with the suspects. Usually you are just a means to get to something, and that's usually going to be money. Cooperate, don't fight back, don't argue, do whatever they say and pay them. That's, literally the safest way to make sure that you're going to be released safely.
The police say in most cases the syndicates profile and lure the victims to where the crime will happen, or just brazenly kidnap them in broad daylight. Aviwe Mtila, Johannesburg.